how hypocrite one can be. Hypocrites are basically ones who don't practice what they preach. Let's call out some of them, or the ones I can think of at the moment as we speak. You're in a restaurant waiting for your food and you see someone at a different table taking a picture of their own food and you snap at it. But then you notice that the lighting is quite good. And so you hand over your phone to your mate asking them to click your picture. You know who spots a hypocrite? The mate. We Indians have been complaining about racism when back at home. We're pretty fucking racist, whether it's with the other nationalities, within the own states, within our own communities, districts, the north versus south, and whatnot. For instance, someone from the north of India would look down upon someone from the south of India for not speaking Hindi and impose the language upon them because they are in Bangalore. And then someone from the south of India looks down upon someone from their own community or people saying that they look like a Bengali. When they turn on the other side, they'll be like, I have experienced racism abroad. Nobody wanted to share a table with me or share a seat with me while in the bus or on the train. Racism is everywhere. And believe it or not, whoever has experienced racism are also racist in a way. Whoever it happens to, whether it's with a south to a north, black to a brown, British to an Irish, brown to a white, anyone, say no to racism. We spark outrage for certain incidents because it doesn't matter what happens, but who it happens to and who does it. And this is not something that happens only in crime-related incidents, but even in the simple things in life. For instance, you might be defending your mate when someone asks them to hit the gym. You're saying, you will be like, that's body shaming. And then you turn out and call your own sibling fat. Difference of opinion. There might be someone who might not like a particular thing that is loved by all, and when they express it, there'll be like a lot of outrage and backlash for the same. Like, say for example, you don't like enemies and someone like, oh, you are a attention seeker, you have created a rage bait, nobody asked for your opinion, yeah, nobody cares about your existence, blah blah blah. And the same person would have a difference of opinion for something else, and when the backlash comes to them, they'll be like, am I not allowed to express my opinion? It's just an opinion, duh. Exactly. Why did you say the same for the other guy who hated enemies? Duh. Let's talk about The Boys, a series that turned the tables of a superhero template. They mocked every superhero's franchises, reboots, everything that has been done by Marvel and DC. And now, What Rising, a spin-off series of the Boys universe, is coming, thereby becoming the very thing they have been mocking. Hypocrites? There are talks about mental health and importance of opening up, and we tend to share posts related to the same on our stories. But when have we actually listened to someone who was voicing their concerns, or if something was bothering them? Do we actually express concern or just snub it off and blame them instead? Why is it that certain people are not able to express what they feel and what they go through to their dear and near ones because of fear of judgment and not being taken seriously, which hurts, especially if it's from their own circle of family and friends? We have seen many so-called interviews where the channel puts the most unprofessional and inexperienced anchor who asks the most unfiltered and provocative questions, making the guests uncomfortable because that is their motive. And when the guests lash out, the anchor's so-called journalist plays the victim. And they will be like, how could they say this to me? Is that how they talk to a woman? I was just doing my job. I can ask whatever I want and I can provoke them however I want, and they should sit and take it from me because if they lash out, it is going to backfire. So all of it can happen in real life where we think we can tell and do whatever we want, and when the same thing is done to us, we play the victim. How could they do this to us? How could they tell this to me? How could they? How dare you? You hypocrites, you have no right to call it out when you yourself are doing it. Now I have a question. Am I a hypocrite for calling out the noise while perhaps still adding to it?
Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe
Fudge brownie frappe?